What country borders Wales?
What country do I born in?
What country borders Wales?
London.
Well, the answer was England.
Damn.
What is heavier, a ton of Ferns bangers or a ton of Holly's bangers?
You just look at my tits, Joey Essex.
I might have. Those are bigger ones.
You can have a look if it helps.
I'll say, obviously, I'm not close to you, but obviously, I think they're bigger. But I think everything's right. One of them trick questions. I'm going to say Fern.
They both weigh the same, a ton. I said, what's heavier, a ton of Ferns bangers or a ton of Holly's bangs? That was the...
That's the... I mean, it's tricky.
That's a trick question.
It's a trick question.
I'll bite my tongue and I won't talk this time. While you take the conversation, was left deep composure, but I'm losing all my fix. And when it's all the rain, started last October, my confidence was saying I would go swimming over again.
Hello chaps and ladies, and the reason why I didn't start saying ladies and gents is because there probably aren't that many ladies listening to the Bloke Show UK. And see, I just introduced the show right there. I am your host Stel, and normally I'd be hosting the show with Fosh, but I just got off the phone to him and he's unavailable to do the show right now because he had to go home to make sure his new 8-week-old kitten didn't tear the house down or rip it to shreds or rip everything to shreds. So yeah, Fosh is showing his responsible side now. I mean, look, I've got a daughter and she's going to be 2 in a couple of months, but to see Fosh acting like an adult is having a cat class as being an adult and teaching it to use a litter tray. I don't know. The last time I had a cat, I was 5 years old and she lived to 23. So yeah, I guess that's a kind of a responsibility. But anyway, we've been sitting on our hands for the past year, wondering what's going to happen with the Bloke Show UK. Unfortunately, I had to take the previous shows down off the Shoot the Defence platform because of the language that we use and because I do Shoot the Defence and it's a PG rated show. Obviously I couldn't have both the Bloke Show and Shoot the Defence on the same platform. But we've moved it to YouTube. Hopefully we'll get more listeners, more viewers, more likes, more hits. We're on Twitter at the Bloke Show UK. And let's just hope we can entertain you guys a bit more. So yeah, right this moment in time, this is going to be just me talking, chatting shit. I'm currently on the A406, which is, what is it, a motorway? It's a highway, isn't it? It's an A road. It's not so much a motorway because you can't do the speed limit, which is 70 miles an hour. You can do 50. It's usually packed. They call the M25, which is another motorway in the UK. They call that the car park, but I think the A406 is, I don't know. Oh look, police car. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just driving home from a little place called Wembley, which is where I work. Wembley is, as you guys may know, the home of English football, or as it's known throughout the rest of the world as soccer. There's a big stadium there called Wembley Stadium. It's where the English national team play their games. They're not very good. They haven't won anything since 1966. And this being the Bloke Show UK, I should be really saying nice things or positive things about the English national team, but they're not very good. In fact, to be honest, countries like Wales and Northern Ireland are actually outdoing England, and they don't have superstars and they don't have players that are on ridiculous wages. It just shows what pride does. But you know what? That's me talking about football, and this isn't Shoot the Defence. This is the Bloke Show UK. So what am I going to discuss? What can I possibly discuss? What is on my mind? Well, yesterday, my lovely wife and I decided to go shopping. Christmas shopping. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm not a fan of Christmas. I can't stand Christmas. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in the whole religious side of life. But you know what? It's a time for giving. And you've got the whole present thing. And we've got a child that's almost 2 years old now. And we want her to see what Christmas is about. This is her first real Christmas that she actually understands. Last year, she just saw loads of colours on a tree. She didn't understand anything. Why would she? She wasn't even a year old. So this year we thought, yeah, let's go see what it's all about. We took her to a place called Brent Cross, which is effectively a shopping mall. She loved it. Loads of Christmas trees, loads of flashing lights, loads of people dressed up. Yeah, people get dressed up to go shopping. Funny that. You see people dressed up as Father Christmas, as elves. And they weren't even working there. So the Christmas spirit is strong. The force is strong. But the thing is, I didn't know what to get my missus for Christmas. My wife is a very difficult person to buy things for. Not because she's fussy. She's not fussy at all. You could buy her anything and she'll appreciate it as long as there's thought put into it. The thing is, my wife has got a good job and she's one of these people where she doesn't really need people to be buying stuff for her. She can buy her own things. So when it comes to buying her Christmas presents, she's extremely difficult to buy for. I don't want to just buy her anything and say, here you go. Because as I said before, it's the thought that counts. Sometimes I'm thinking, what can I get you? What can I get you? And over the past couple of weeks, I've been saying to her, what do you want for Christmas? Because I don't know. I'm not going to surprise her. I'm shit with surprises. I'm going to lie to you. So I said, so what do you want? And the first thing she says to me is an umbrella. A fucking umbrella. The thing is, I've been with her for what? 11 years? 10 years I've been with her. I've been married to her for, oh fucking hell, 2009, 10, 11, 12. We've been married 6 years. And in the 6 years I've been married to her, not once has she said to me, I want an umbrella for my birthday or for Christmas. So at this point now I'm thinking, are we so comfortable in our relationship that we can just buy each other anything and say, yeah, thank you, I needed that? Weird. But that's the one side of me. But then the skeptical side of me, the person inside me that's thinking, you know, the sky ain't gonna be blue for a reason. I'm thinking, hang about, there's got to be more to it than this. What kind of an umbrella does she want? Does she want an umbrella with diamantes in it? Does she want a gold-plated umbrella? I'm not saying she's materialistic or anything, but gents, you know what it's like with women. They want nice things. They want things to show off to their friends too. Obviously, any woman that turns around and says, oh, I don't care about materialistic things. Oh, talk of the devil and she appears. Hello? As I was saying, I've been married to her for nearly 6 years. 6 years. I've been married to her 6 years. So we've been married for 6 years. And not once in this relationship has she ever asked for something like an umbrella. Which woman asks for an umbrella? How many women ask for an umbrella for Christmas? Or their birthday? I don't know. I don't know any. So when she says to me she wants an umbrella for Christmas, I'm thinking, what kind of an umbrella is this? Is it one with diamantes? Because she loves that kind of stuff. You should see the fucking lampshade she got at home. Diamantes everywhere. Costs a fucking fortune. We have a bin at home and it's called a show bin. A show bin. You don't use it, it's just there for show. Fosh has ripped me to pieces about this fucking show bin. I've got friends that come round that don't even know it's a show bin. and they're dropping chewing gum in there. And I don't even know because I don't see it. But in the morning, she comes downstairs and she goes into the kitchen and she looks at her show bin and she notices there's a little bit of dust on where the foot pedal is. And she looks at it. And she studies it. And she wipes it off and she's thinking, how can there be dust there? So she opens the lid. And just like magic, we hear that dun dun dun. She sees chewing gum in there. And it's Stel! And I'm upstairs and I'm in bed. I'm like, what the fuck is this? The only time she shouts like that is when she sees a spider or when she thinks she's seen a rat. I don't know why she would think she sees a rat because there aren't any rats around. So I go running down the stairs, like fucking, and imagine if it's me just like sleeping naked and I've got my fucking boxer shorts trying to put them on and she's shouting, Stel, and I'm running down the stairs almost dropping fucking 15 steps. And then what happens? I get to the bottom of the stairs and she looks at me like I've cussed her mum. Now I'm looking at her, I'm like, what's wrong? Why are you shouting? Why are you screaming the place down? Now we've got a semi-detached house, but the walls are thin. And I feel sorry for my next door neighbour now because she's got her own kid. And she's a single mum. And you can hear everything. So I'm hearing, Stel, Stel. And I'm like, shit, Rhea next door is going to be having kittens. So I'm like, Andrea, what's wrong? What have you seen? Which mate of yours came in the house last night with chewing gum in their mouth? I don't fucking know. I just open the door, I say, shake their hand and say, what's happening? Come and sit down. Do you want a coffee? Do you want a glass of water? Can I get you something to eat? I'm being the host. You're my guest. I'm not going to say to you, open your mouth before you come in my house so I can see you've got chewing gum. I don't know. I'm not even technically advanced enough to go through dental records to notice which fucking shaped tooth belongs to which friend. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know who came into the house with chewing gum. There's 3 mates that came around last night. Well, you better tell them the next time they come to the house not to put the chewing gum in this bin. So I turn around and say to her, listen, really and truly, how are they going to know that this is a show bin? They ain't going to know it's a show bin, are they? How many times do you go around your friend's house and say, geezer, like, where can I put my chewing gum? And they'll be like, well, I've got a show bin down there, but you can't put it in there, so put it in the bin over there. So what? Are we going to have to be putting signs on the top of the bin every time and say, this is the show bin, you can't use this bin? Doesn't make sense. And here's me thinking I'm the only person on the planet that's got a show item in the house. But it happens often. I did not know this. I was talking to a girl on Twitter. I'm not going to mention her name, but she lives in Australia. And she's saying that she's got a show chair. A show chair. A chair that is only for show. Now, the bin I can understand because, oh, look, how many people are going to come to your house and use a bin? Let's be honest. Because if someone comes to your house and says, where's your bin? You'll be like, look, let me take it for you. You're my guest. Or leave it on the table and I'll take it afterwards. Or whatever. You wouldn't expect your mate to get off their ass and go to the bin and put it in there themselves because they're your guest. Here we go. But a show chair. A chair that's just there for show. Now, she's saying that the next door neighbour's kid was sitting on it. And she felt uncomfortable saying, you know, this is a show chair. But how ridiculous would that look? You've got a kid that sits on a chair. How can you say to a kid, you can't sit on this chair because it's for show? You could say it to an adult because perhaps an adult would understand because, you know, it's realistic. It's not something that happens often. Like I said before, I've never heard of a show chair before unless it's in a shop which sells chairs and they don't want people sitting on the chairs in case something happens or in case it's a fat person that sits on the chair and they break it and they can't sell it. But a show chair in someone's house, never heard of it before. So how can you say to a kid, don't sit on that chair? Bad enough you can't tell a kid to do anything at all. Because you tell them once, you tell them twice, they don't listen. You shout at them. My kid, she's not even 2. I shout at my kid not to do something and she just laughs at me. I can't hit my kid because I've got a strong, heavy hand and I don't want to hurt the kid. So I don't hit my daughter. But how can you tell a kid not to sit on a chair? And if they say to you, why? How are you going to explain to a kid that that's for show? What, you're going to say, they're going to go home and they're going to say, Mummy, can I sit on that couch? Well, why are you asking me that, son? Because I went to the next door neighbour's house and she said that it's a show couch. You can't sit on it. Doesn't make sense, man. So anyway, I've fucking gone well ahead here. So we've gone shopping. And we're in a shop called Phoenix. Big shop, but they've got little shops within them. What are they called? Boutiques? I don't know what the fuck they are. So I'm thinking, where do I get this umbrella from? But then also the missus says that she wants a bag called a... Oh, what's it called now? Longchamp bag. Now, I've never heard of these things before. I've heard of DKNY bags, I've heard of Mulberry bags, I've heard of these designer bags, but I've never heard of Longchamp before. So when you're telling me Longchamp, it sounds like, I don't know, like, I'm thinking like Lonsdale, where it's like got to do with sports or boxing. And I know my missus goes to the gym, so I'm thinking, does she need a gym bag? But why are we in Phoenix to get a gym bag? I don't know what a fucking Longchamp bag is. But then she's telling me it's a bag that you can fold up and you can carry, fold up bags. Again, I'm a bloke. How the fuck am I supposed to know these things? I'm not a metrosexual. I don't know anything about bags and stuff like that. So, really and truly, you're telling me you want a Longchamp bag that folds. Now, I don't know what this thing is, so she's trying to explain to me. And what I can understand, and guys, if you know what this Longchamp bag is, you know what I'm talking about. Ladies, you probably think I'm thick. But a Longchamp bag is, the only way I can explain to it is that, imagine a cardboard box that you need to build. That's what it is. It's like rectangular, and it's split into 3 sections, but the bottom bit has got a bit that folds up. So the outside flap, so it's like, imagine it's split into 3 sections, and you got the middle bit, but then you got the 2 on either side. So the 2 on either side, they fold inwards, and then the flap at the bottom goes up, and then it's got a bit of Velcro or something, a clip, and then it folds round, and boom, it's like that. But when you open it out again, you can actually open it up, open the zip, and then put stuff in. So it looks like a beach bag, like a bag that you take to the beach. That's the best way I can explain it to you. So she's found this Longchamp bag. She's standing in front of the mirror. She's got the straps around her shoulder. She's looking at it. She's doing the side on like women do. Like, she stands sideways. She looks into the mirror. She looks left. She looks right, like she's about to cross the road. I don't fucking know. Like, she's posing. She's pouting. She does this thing where I don't even know. I don't even understand why you women pout in the mirror, especially when you're in a shop. Why would you fucking do that? Anyway, I'm standing there, I've got the pushchair, the baby's fucking losing her shit because she wants to get down, and mummy's looking at a fucking Longchamp bag, and I don't even fucking know what she wants. It's a £67 bag as well. Fuck's sake. Anyway, she's standing there with a fucking bag on her shoulder, and she's like, I don't like this bag. What do you mean you don't like this bag? You're telling me you wanted this for Christmas? Yeah, but this isn't the one that I want. Okay, but it's Longchamp. So now I'm sitting there thinking, okay, well, maybe there's different variations, because, you know, if I say to her, right, I wanna buy a WWE DVD. Not that I would, but I'm just saying, I want to buy a WWE DVD, and she says to me, well, which one? Well, I say WWE DVD. That's not narrowing it down, is it? That's quite vague. So I can understand when she says, what do you mean? Anyway. So I'm thinking, there must be another different one. So I said, so what's the difference between this one and the one that you want? Well, the one that I want has got long straps. Okay, so basically, now you're holding this one, the bag goes up to your armpit, whereas the one that you want, the bag will go down to, say, your waist. Cool, wicked, not a problem. Let's find it. Okay, let's go find it. So she turns around, she asks the girl that's working in the kiosk, have you got any more? She's like, no, these are the only sizes that we got. Wicked, safe. So here's like me having to go to another shop in the future. Fuck it, doesn't matter, because she wants this bag, she wants it for Christmas. I'll get it for you. So now she turns round, and when I tell you, lads, and you lot will probably relate to this, because we all do it. We go shopping, we see something that we like, and then we turn around and we see something else, and it's like, rah, I want this. I want this instead. And that's exactly what she did. She turned round And when I tell you her eyes lit up, I swear to God, you know what? If I didn't know any better, if I didn't know she was human, I'd have thought she was one of those Christmas lights that you put on the tree. Her eyes lit up, all different colours. Blue, green, yellow, red, orange, purple, everything. All she needed was an angel on her head, and you'd have thought she was a Christmas tree the way she lit up when she saw this. She saw a Vivienne Westwood bag. My missus is a mark for Vivienne Westwood bags. I don't understand the fuss. I look at the Vivienne Westwood bags and I see a logo that looks like Saturn with a cross on the top. It's Saturn, the planet Saturn with a ring going round it and a fucking cross on the top. That's Vivienne Westwood. That's her designer logo. She took the rings of Saturn, she took Perry Saturn, stuck a cross on his head and said, right, this is my mark, this is my logo. Fucking 300 quid for a bag. Plastic. Right, okay. So her eyes have lit up now. She sees this Vivienne Westwood bag and she goes walking towards it. But she doesn't walk, she glides towards it. She glides towards this bag. It's almost as if like she's got a hoverboard or something. And she picks up this bag and she puts it round her shoulder. And guess what? Guess what? The straps and the size of the bag are exactly the same as the Longchamp bag. Exactly the same. If you put them beside each other and just remove the logos, remove the names, you'd have thought it's exactly the same bag with the same company, everything. Alright, the colours are different, but you'd have thought it was the same manufacturer, the way that those bags are made. And she goes, I really like this bag. And I'm looking at her, I'm saying to her, well, what's the difference between this one and the other one? Because you're telling me before that you don't want the Longchamp one because the straps are too small and it only goes up to your armpits. And now you're telling me that you want this one. She's like, but you gotta understand something. I'm like, what's that? She goes, it's Vivienne. I said, so it's Vivienne, you know Vivienne Westwood? She's like, yeah. I go, what, you know her on a fucking first name basis now? You bought so much of her fucking stuff that you know her on a first name basis. If she saw you in the street, you said to her, Vivienne, she would look at you and say, who are you? It's a Vivienne Westwood bag. Call her Miss Westwood. Call her Mrs. Westwood. Call her Ms. Call her Ma'am. I don't fucking know. Don't call her Vivienne by her first name. You don't know her. She's not on your fucking favourite numbers list. You don't have her on speed dial. Speed dial number 2. Number 1 is voicemail. Number 2 is Vivienne. That's not what it's like. I want that Vivienne Westwood bag. Alright, cool. How much is this bag? And here's the one. Here's the one that gets it. See, it's not just any Vivienne Westwood bag. No. It's not a Vivienne Westwood bag that she really wants because, truth be told, that's the first time she's seen that colour and that style. So she's never seen it before. Do you know what was so special about it, made it even more special? And I quote, babe, you will never see a Vivienne Westwood bag reduced to this amount. So not only has she found a Vivienne Westwood bag that she's seen, she wants, she likes, it's reduced. And I'm thinking, what's it been reduced to? Because I can see the original price is £297. What's it been reduced to? 82 quid. And I'm saying to her, right, I'm happy to get you this bag. Even if it was 300 quid. Well, actually, no, tell her, I wouldn't have spent 300 quid on a fucking bag. I can't justify that. Sorry. If it was 100 quid, probably. 150, no. No fucking chance. How can you justify spending 300 quid on a fucking bag, man? I mean, I remember we went to America. We went to Florida and we were in the fucking outlets. And there was this one DKNY bag that my sister-in-law, her sister saw. Fucking $600. That's about 400 quid. But 400 quid! That's like half of what some people earn in a month in England. That's like half of what I was getting working at a fucking DIY store when I was 17, 18 years old, being my first job. Fuck! 400 quid. for a bag. And what makes it even worse is that they use these bags on special occasions. Special occasions. How many special occasions do you have in a year? You might have the odd birthday. You might have the odd wedding or christening. But, guys, again, you'll know this. If you go to weddings and christenings or whatever the fuck you're going to with your missus, she ain't going to wear the same dress every fucking event, is she? She's probably got a whole wardrobe full of dresses, tops, skirts, everything, just for special occasions. My missus has got 2 cupboards, 3 cupboards. She's got 2 wardrobes to herself, yeah? 2 wardrobes to herself, and she started to use my fucking rail. I see fucking denim jackets in there. No, I don't wear denim jackets, and look at the size of them. My missus is like 5'4". I'm 6'1". So I'm thinking, nah, I don't wear these jackets for a start anyway. So what are you putting in here? I even saw a skirt in there once. I'm like, are you trying to tell me something? You think I'm a crossdresser or something? Why are you putting this in here? Anyway, where was I? Fucking going off a tangent here. Digressing again. This is the thing when you're talking to yourself, your mind kind of wanders, and everyone does it. Just they don't record it for other people's listening pleasure. So yeah, so she sees this bag, and I'm like, okay, fine, all right, I'll get you this bag. No, I don't want it now. What do you mean you don't want it? Oh, I don't want it, I don't like it. But you've been standing there for 10, 15 minutes, looking at yourself in the mirror with this bag, pouting. Left, right, turning round. Well, why don't you want it? I don't know when I'm going to use it. I don't have anything that goes with it. But at this point, I'm like, it's not just me that this happens to, surely. I mean, women surely don't buy a bag and then think, I'm going to buy something that goes with the bag. Surely they don't buy a pair of shoes and think, I'm going to buy a dress or something just to go with these shoes. I mean, as a guy, I buy jeans, I buy a t-shirt, I buy trainers that will go with my attire, with my clothes. I'm not going to buy a pair of trainers and think, oh, well, I can't, buy this pair of jeans or this colour jeans or this colour t-shirt because it's not going to go with my trainers. I'm going to buy the clothes first and then the trainers. And to be honest, I only wear white trainers anyway. So what doesn't go with white? Right, there you go. Nothing. Everything goes with white, everything goes with black. Simple. So she doesn't want this bag. But there's something else that she finds. Another Vivienne Westwood product. But it's a makeup case. A makeup case. So when I see a makeup case, now I know what a makeup case is. It does what it says on the tin, right? It's a makeup case. It's a case for where they put their makeup in. But lads, if you've ever been through your missus' makeup case, you're just going to see pencils. You're going to think she's going to a fucking math lesson. I'm kind of hoping to pull out a fucking protractor or a fucking compass or something, or a calculator. She fucking needs a calculator to calculate how much fucking money she spent on these fucking things. Fucking 20 quid for a fucking pencil. 25 quid for something to put on your eyebrows. What kind of stupidness is this? 15 quid for a bit of fucking ink to put on your lips. Come on. It's a fucking crayon, man. You're paying 15 quid for a crayon. I'll buy you fucking 15 packets of Crayola for that much money. And I'll give you different colours. I'll give you purples. I'll give you pinks. I'll give you oranges. Crayola. They're waterproof as well. So you don't even need to worry about buying wet wipes to clean that shit off. So this girl wants this fucking Vivienne Westwood makeup case now. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, how much is this case? Because if the bag that is about, I don't know, how big is this fucking bag? The bag that she saw was like, I don't know, it looked about the size. If you put half a dozen eggs, the egg box together, and you put them beside each other, that's what it looked like. Something in this makeup bag is smaller. How much is this going to cost? And again, it was on the reduced table. So that means it's going to be a good deal, regardless of how much it is. Even if there's 30p or 40p off it, it's still going to be a good deal because it's a Vivian Westwood. It's a Vivian. First name basis, yeah? So I says, okay, how much is this? And she pulls the ticket up. Oh, it's gone down. Well, yeah, that's what a reduction is, yeah? It's gone down. Well, how much is it? Oh, it's only £38. Only £38, I says to her. Only £38. You fucking serious? For a makeup case? For a pencil case? I go to fucking the stationery shop. I go to Ryman or I go to W.H. Smith and I pay £2.50. I go to the pound shop, the 99p shop, and I get one for fucking 99p. And I get some pencils with it as well. What'd you get with this? Oh, a logo. The rings of Saturn and a cross. Come on now. But truth be told, and to be fair on my missus, again, that's what she wanted. She wanted the makeup case more than she wanted the bag. She'll use the makeup case at home. She'll have the makeup case at home. I thought, fine, cool, I'll give you the makeup case. Not a problem. So 38 quid, there you go. Christmas present, half of it done. What else do you want? What else do you want? Well, I'm going to leave it for now because, as you can tell, I've just turned the car off, which means I've got home. So yeah, I'm going to leave this as part 1. I'll probably do a part 2 tomorrow morning. Yeah, so that's just me. That's my rant this evening. I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm going to put a link up. And if you like it, give us some likes, subscribe, follow us on Twitter at The Bloke Show UK. Follow me personally on Twitter at OnAMadness. That's it. Right, got in the house and forgot to do the bloody plugs. Right, so here we go. First of all, the original Bloke Show from AJ Maggot. Follow them at TBS Pod. Go on Twitter, go on Libsyn, go on iTunes, they're on there. Secondly, highly recommended show with Dino Peppers and Boo Lamont. Follow them at The High Show, all in one word. Thirdly, Butts in Seat Podcast, my guy Josh Armour, yeah? Follow him, it's about wrestling, WCW back in the 90s. Give them a follow. Finally, my football show, soccer show, Shoot the Defence, at Shoot the Defence. All these shows I've mentioned, you can find them on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn. Go on there, find them. Boom.
Okay guys, it's the final round. Get this right and you win £1 million. Are you ready? Here we go. And remember, you need to answer in the form of a question. This is the website you need to go to in order to find the most up-to-date episodes for the world's greatest podcast. Okay, Randy Bumhurts, for the £1 million, what is the highly recommended show.com is correct. That's right, Randy. The highly recommended show.com is indeed the website you need to go to in order to find the most up-to-date episodes and download links for the world's greatest podcast, hosted by Boo Lamont and Dino Peppers.
Well, let me tell you something, dude. One place I'm not banned is Butts in Seats Podcast, brother. My main man, Frank Harris, and Josh the Thunder from Down Under Armour review WCW Podcast, man, and they're from the 90s.
Black Blood's music, it's fucking hilarious. He looks like the combination of Kane and the members of Doom, and his music sounds like a breaker from Beverly Hills 90210.
There's also interviews and special episodes, man, and you can get it for free, brother, on iTunes and Stitcher. What you gonna do when Butts in Seats run wild on you, man?